Now, besides addressing the Indian diaspora at Houston in Texas with Donald Trump at his side, the Indian Prime Minister will also be attending the United Nations General Assembly session during his 6-day visit to the United States. The Prime Minister Modi is expected to hold roundtable talks with at least 61 top executives of some of the biggest corporate groups. The Prime Minister Modi is slated to meet with 16 leading corporates in the energy sector in Houston. There will be roundtable talks with the bosses of the world's biggest conglomerates. These include the likes of Baker Hughes, British Petroleum, ExxonMobil, Schlumberger, Westlake Chemicals and much more. And then on the 25th of September, the Indian Prime Minister will be meeting with executives from 45 of the world's top corporate entities. Roundtable talks are scheduled in New York with firms such as Bank of America, JP Morgan, and Lockheed Martin, Google, Microsoft and many more. These very high-profile meetings come at a time when trade tensions between India and the United States have been rising, with Trump complaining about tariffs imposed by New Delhi on American products as no longer acceptable. Now, the two countries have also sparred over the fiscal deficit that is there in terms of trade between the two countries, and one is hoping that there will be some kind of a trade deal that will be ironed out and put forth as a part of Trump and Modi meeting in Houston. Now, the Prime Minister will arrive in Houston on Saturday. He'll be heading straight into his very first business event, a roundtable with several chief executives from the energy sector. Now, from the 22nd of September onwards, the Indian Prime Minister will be addressing the Indian diaspora. Both Democrat and Republican Party congressional representatives will be present at the event. So the Indian-American business community is hopeful of a trade deal between New Delhi and Washington. Listen in to what some of the NRIs and Indian Americans have to say about this meeting between the Indian Prime Minister and US President.
US-India का जो ट्रेड है वो इस समय अराउंड इज $85 बिलियन एंड वेरी रिसेंटली हमारे प्रेसिडेंट ट्रम्प का मेक इन अमेरिका इंडिया का मेक इन इंडिया उसकी वजह से कुछ देयर हैज बीन सम कॉन्फ्लिक्ट इन द ट्रेड टैरिफ्स. तो आई नो दैट ट्रेड नेगोशिएटर्स दे आर वर्किंग ऑन इट. मेरी इच्छा ये है कि in today's world there's a global supply chain and supply distribution, so we can find a common grounds for make in India and make in US and increase this trade. So I want a common ground to be found, and I hope it will be done soon because I know that the negotiations are on, and we are expecting कि इस visit में कुछ जब President Trump आए और Prime Minister Modi हो तो something of that sort should be announced.
Prime Minister Modi keeps his word. All these years, the defense services, pensions, every government said we will look into it, but he was the one who gave us the new pension. Not only that, he gave us all the arrears. And in fact, the only thing he said was that I make a request that take it in 4 installments, otherwise the treasury will break. So he gave us lakhs and lakhs of rupees, all the arrears. That was very kind of him. And secondly, as a Sikh, he has done so much in opening the corridor, Nankana Sahib corridor, which is a very big thing. And also he has done toward 1984 massacre of Sikhs. He has also gone after those perpetrators and he is punishing them.